Hi YouTube, it is me, KJ. I am back with another video. Today's video came upon me because there are recent reports that Kim Kardashian is officially a billionaire. Her being a billionaire, number one, confused me because I was like, where was I at when Kim Kardashian was out here getting all the money? And number two, why does it seem like celebrities are so focused on this title of billionaire, you know, and what does it mean for our society? So that's what I'm gonna be talking about today. Be sure to like and subscribe, but let's get into the video. So if you've been living somewhere in outer space, then you would have missed the reports that Kim Kardashian is officially a billionaire, according to Forbes. So Forbes has stated that between KKW Beauty and her Skims line, that she has reached billionaire status. Now, that wasn't good enough for Kim, obviously. She did a story with New York Times that stated that Forbes was out here skimping on her numbers. She's worth more than $1 billion because Skims alone, according to Kim, is worth $1.16 billion, according to Kim. And that Forbes need to do better with their numbers. So, as I was reading all the articles and hoopla around Kim Kardashian being a billionaire and how she got to this billionaire status, and you don't want to take people's, you know, success from them, but it just had me thinking. It's like looking at the Forbes list, you know, it's a very distinct list of just certain people from the entertainment business. Now, I don't mean like overall, like scientists and tech guys and people who own apps. I mean, just strictly from the entertainment business. It just seems like the only people that are out here getting or being able to reach the status are white women, like the Kardashians and the Jenners, and also black men. Like Tyler Perry is officially a billionaire. He reached billionaire status this year. Kanye is going back and forth between how many billions he has, but he's officially a billionaire as well. So it's like the status is being reached, and based off of how quickly the status is being reached, it would have you think that it's very easy to reach the status. Like Kim reaching the status would have you think that she just has billions of dollars laying around in her Calabasas mansion. And I don't think that's necessarily the case. But I also think that celebrities being so obsessed with, number one, correcting statements about how much money they have. Like, you correcting statements about whether or not you have $1 billion or $1.6 billion is so first world problems. Like, does it really matter? Like, does it really matter if Forbes missed out on like $600 million? Like, you're still a billionaire. But I digress. But it's like, number one, they feel the need to overcorrect people and their wealth. They feel the need to make sure we know how rich they are. And that just doesn't go for black people or the Kardashians. It's just, I'm using them as the frame because they seem to be the ones that are the most obsessed with this title. But it goes for most celebrities, like George Clooney. I use him as an example. George Clooney, he wasn't trying to be super rich. He just created a tequila brand. The brand was sold for $1 billion. He got hundreds of $1 million. But with George Clooney selling his brand for that amount of money, I feel like it really was the downfall of like entrepreneurship in Hollywood. Because now everybody and they mama has created a tequila brand because they too want to get hundreds of millions of dollars. They too want to be considered a billionaire. They too want to be on Forbes list. Like, and it's like Reese Witherspoon is doing all these businesses, and you know, they're all doing a million things to reach the status. Like, you have Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds has invested into Mint Mobile because he too wants to reach entrepreneur, like super rich entrepreneur status. And it's just so confusing to me because it's like, number one, they already get paid millions and tens and hundreds of millions of dollars to do what they do. They're already in their entertainment business. They're already doing their supposedly dream job. But it's like, that's not good enough for you. Like, you guys have to oversaturate every market with a celebrity brand so you can be on Forbes, because that's everybody's on this racetrack in Hollywood to be a billionaire. And it's like, what happened to just making your money and being like, what happened to just being happy being a millionaire? Like half of LA is millionaires, so I think they feel like, okay, everybody's out here being millionaires. There's no huge gap between celebrities and the girls on Instagram. Truth be told, there's no gap. Like, girls on Instagram, you know, girls on YouTube, the beauty girls, the beauty gurus are making just as much money as some of these people in entertainment business. There's no gap between them. So they feel like the only way to push the gap again, the only way to make sure we know that there's a big divide between them and us, is to be a billionaire. Okay? That's why a million celebrities are trying to follow in George Clooney's footsteps and make a tequila brand. That's why everybody's trying to be the next Rihanna and make a million makeup brands. Like the girl from Stranger Things, I went to Ulta and I saw her makeup brand and I was like, do you even like makeup like that? And then there was reports that Cardi B is also coming out with a beauty line, and I'm like, like y'all are so obsessed with wealth when you already have wealth. Like I don't see Jeff, and it's only celebrity. Like I don't see billionaires out here like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates out here trying to create a million other businesses to get more money. Like, they're not doing that. But do you know why they're not doing that? Because they actually have $1 billion. They actually have $1 billion, which makes me think that it's not so much having the money, it's more so the title of who's the richest in Hollywood. Because I don't honestly think that Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Jay-Z, Tyler Perry, any of them, I don't honestly think that they have $1 billion, honestly. And based off my elementary math skills, I was like, why can't you all just add up what they have and like give it to us that way? Like publications like Forbes are feeding into what's going on in society. Like they're feeding into Twitter and Instagram hashtags, billionaire life. They're feeding into it. But in feeding into it, you're actually doing a lot of people a disservice, because by going off of projections, that's their favorite word these days, projections. They're projecting what these celebrities might be making off their brands, because a lot of these brands are private, so you don't have access to their revenues, to how much they're in debt. So you're just going off of hoopla numbers based off of magical numbers. So if you're going off of magical numbers, and celebrities have realized that you don't actually need real numbers to be considered wealthy. You just need an assumption of a number. You just need an assumption that you're going to be wealthy. Because if you have that assumption, then some businesses are going to come in and buy your business. But that's all celebrities want. To be a billionaire, celebrities have cracked the code. They know, number one, they just have to create a business and put their name on it. Number two, they just have to have like 1 or 2 years of like semi-good sales, and then a company will come through and buy their company off their hands. And then when Forbes comes around next year, Forbes will be like, oh my God, Kevin Hart had a tequila line that sold $50 million in tequila for 2 years straight. A company came in and gave him $300 million, which puts his company at $1.2 billion. Therefore, he's a billionaire now, because the company he had got sold for $300 million. But it's like, it's just it just confuses me, because I think this is also a detriment to, like, there's already so many things that are confusing, that don't make sense. And especially since we're already stuck in the house. So we're already stuck in the house. We're already sitting here with our thoughts. And it seems like celebrities have realized that, number one, us being obsessed with just buying a product that they have won't work. Number two, we need things that we can use. You know what I mean? Like, they're doing products that are easily, like, we easily need. Like Kim, now I don't know nobody who wears KKW Beauty. I've never seen KKW Beauty anywhere. But I know for a fact Skims has been used in movies. Like, celebrities wear Skims on the red carpet. So I know for a fact, like, it's being a used product. Even with Ryan Reynolds and his Mint Mobile. Like, Mint Mobile is a cell phone business. You need a cell phone business. Like, you're gonna need it. Tequila. Everybody gonna drink, especially when you out here sitting at home depressed, you gonna drink. And they realize that, number one, their paychecks are about to change because Hollywood ain't out here paying out $30 to $20 million per movie. They're just not. Hollywood doesn't have the money. Hollywood is broke, and they don't have the money to pay these celebrities $20 to $30 million a flick, which means these highfalutin lifestyles that they build in the sky just based off of doing movies. And I'm really referencing the white side of Hollywood, because the white side of Hollywood makes a lot of money just based off of movies and television. More money than their black counterparts. You know what I mean? Like, Viola Davis has stated, you know, people don't pay her like they would a Meryl Streep, even though she has the same, she's called the Black Meryl Streep. They don't get paid the same.
Well, we get probably a tenth of what a Caucasian woman gets. And I'm number one on the call sheet. And then I have to go in and I have to hustle for my worth. That's what I feel like I'm doing. When I demand what I feel, listen, I've done all of it. I have a career that's probably comparable to Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, Sigourney Weaver. They all came out of Yale. They came out of Juilliard. They came out of NYU. They had the same path as me. And yet, I am nowhere near them. Not as far as money, not as far as job opportunities, nowhere close to it. And yet, I have to constantly get on that phone, and I have fabulous agents, by the way. They are getting it. But I have to get on that phone, and people say, you're a black Meryl Streep.
You know, studios are like, we're not going to pay y'all all this money anymore because it's going straight to Prime Video. Okay, you're about to get $5 to $10 million. You're not getting no $20 to $30 million paychecks no more. We ain't got it. And then even when it comes to singing and rappers, you know, they're just, nobody's going to concerts, you know? Nobody's doing this. So they have to figure out another way. Like, oh, okay, what we're doing isn't working. But if we sell some businesses, if we do this, and reach billionaire status, people will look at us differently. You know, society will still put us on top rather than just putting us on top because we're celebrities. Because at this point, Instagram models are celebrities. Like, TikTok stars are celebrities. There's no middle ground. So the only other way that people like George Clooney can stay on top, the only way that people like Will Smith can stay on top is to be a billionaire. Because y'all TikTok stars are not going to reach billionaire status. Y'all Instagram stars are not going to reach billionaire status. But we are. So there's a difference between billionaire celebrities and the rest of y'all out here. And that's what I think they're obsessed with it. And them being obsessed with it, it poses a lot of questions. Number one, like I stated in the beginning, it seems only black men are really reaching the status of billionaire. Black men entertainers are really, really able to reach the status akin to other, you know, their other counterparts in Hollywood. Because if you look at Forbes, Kim and Kylie are the only celebrities, women, who have reached that status. There has not been any Latina women, Indian women, and no black women. And people always reference Rihanna, like, why isn't Rihanna a billionaire yet? Why isn't Rihanna, why, like, ha ha ha, and some people do it jokingly, like, ha ha ha, even Rihanna hasn't reached billionaire status with all her businesses. But the fact that, number one, people are like, why does Rihanna have to reach billionaire status? Like, why does Beyonce have to reach billionaire status for her to be considered successful? Like, they're already successful. They're already in a whole league of their own. And being a billionaire is not that easy to reach. It's not. Don't let the projections of Forbes fool you. It's not that easy to reach, especially when you're a woman in the entertainment business. You're already getting paid less than men. Any businesses that you start up, you're gonna have less capital. And also, a lot of these women in entertainment business, they're the only wealthy ones in their family. And I know people are gonna reference Tyler Perry, Jay-Z, and Kanye West, but they're men. Like I stated, it's look at the Forbes list. Like, even taking entertainment business out of it, if you just look at the Forbes list, men, are able to get capital quicker, able to meet with certain right people quicker. Like, it's just men in business. It's very sexist, even for Rihanna and Beyonce. Like, it just is. And also, when you're the only one with money in your family, when you are trying to create the generational wealth that other people have, you can't just do it off of your whole money. Like, Rihanna owns less of her makeup company than, well, I don't know if she does now, but I know in the beginning she owns less of her makeup company than Kim and Kylie, because she had to get investors, she had to get capital, she had to actually go to get capital and money to start up her Fenty beauty line. When it came to Savage Fenty, she had to get capital, she had to get investors, so she owns less of it. So since she owns less of it, she's going to make less of it, but also it's going to take her a little bit longer to reach that status that Kim and Kylie were able to reach, because they created a business in the backyard of their mama's Calabasas mansion. like everybody's over here applauding Kim for being a billionaire. They're applauding, Kanye and Tyler being a billionaire. And it's not even, Kim, Kanye and Tyler, I'm gonna keep out of it. And Jay-Z, I'm gonna keep out of it. But they're applauding Kim for being a billionaire. And I'm like, she created a business out of the backyard of her Calabasas mansion. So yes, she's able to reach billionaire status before Beyonce. Okay, because Beyonce was out here actually working her ass off, being an icon. Number two, the way numbers work to be added up together to be considered a billionaire, the way numbers work, since she owns more of her business, and since her business is private, she can say whatever number that she wants, and that will equal out to whatever projection she wants. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, the fact that, like with Skims, she has investors for Skims, so there's more of a paper trail for Skims, but it's still a private company. So when Forbes is over here saying Skims is worth $600 million, and Kim's like, no, it's worth 1.16, it's like, you don't have anything to refute that claim. You don't have anything to say it's not worth that. So of course you can reach it. You can reach it more. Like with George, like I referenced George Clooney's tequila brand that was sold for $1 billion. Like, he had equitable, you actually can see what his shares were sold for. You know what I mean? It wasn't a private company anymore. Or even Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre's, when his company was sold, like, you can see more of the company when it's public. There's more of a record when it's public. Therefore, you should give people more credit for those companies than maybe a private company that you don't even know what they're selling. Like, you don't even know what the girls are really doing, revenue. Like, and the fact that this company, Coty, is out here buying into their makeup lines. Like, if you're a white woman who wants to start a business, call Coty, because Coty, I don't know where they came from, I don't know what they're doing, but any businesses that the Kardashians start, Cody is buying into it. Like, so if you're an Instagram Kardashian-esque model who has a business, call Cody, because they're buying into the girls. That they're out here giving out $800 million off of what numbers? Off of what numbers? They're out here giving out $500 million off $100 million in revenue. Like, make it make sense to me. And so all these thoughts were just in my head while I was like reading all these reports on Kim. I was like this is just, I feel like it's not good for society. Like, it's just not. Because if all celebrities are out here selling everything, marketing everything, putting their name on everything, because they see the things that they have are not working. Like Rihanna's high fashion line, it didn't do well because nobody has I'm going to buy a $500 sweater because it has Rihanna's name on it money. Nobody has that, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's just going to go out here and buy $600 jeans by Reese Witherspoon money. Like, the white people aren't doing it, we're not doing it, and nobody's out here doing it. So they're taking certain markets that actually made regular people millionaires. Regular people were able to be millionaires off of these certain markets. They're coming into those markets, they're oversaturating those markets. And if one thing history has taught us, there's a finite limit on wealth, there's a finite limit on products, there's a finite limit on how much stuff the world can sell back to us, the consumer. There's just a finite number. Like, nothing is infinite. And I think these celebrities are so focused on just selling. Like, everybody's in this whole selling to us spirit, and we're buying into it, obviously. They're into this selling at all cost spirit. But it's like, you're selling to us. You've taken every idea, every product, and you're gonna go and sell your company through 2 to 3 years down the road. You're going to sell your company. That's all they're doing. They're going to sell their company so they can get the equity and so that their shares in the company can be inflated. That's all the girls are doing. That's all they're doing. Like, so you're doing that. What happens to the regular market when regular people want to also get into that niche? Like, there's no room. Like, the lady who created Spanx, like, will there ever be a lady who can just go and create a product and become a billionaire like a regular lady? No, because the lady who created Spanx started from before all this oversaturation. So yeah, you can still go create a product like Skims, like Kim's, but you probably won't be a billionaire off of it. You won't have the same equity, financing, money as Kim doing the same thing. You know, could your product be better than Kylie's lip kits and things? Of course. Can you start your makeup line? Of course. There are plenty of indie makeup lines that are doing just fine being millionaires. But will you be a billionaire off of the same thing? No. Because companies that invest into companies and resell it back to us, they're only at this point investing into celebrity companies. So our market is going to fall because y'all doing the most. Y'all been sitting in the house trying to come up with a way that y'all can afford y'all $50 million mansions over here, your $10 million condos in New York, your 10-car garages. You know, the industry has cut your paycheck in half. You're just not out here making that much money. So you're sitting down as a celebrity and you're just creating companies and selling it back to the same places that us regular people would probably go to sell it back, because you're obsessed with the wealth. But wealth that makes sure that you're not like us regular people. That's all it is. That's why celebrities are obsessed right now with being entrepreneurs in the sense of being a billionaire, because they don't want to be in the same circle as us regular people. They don't want to be out here. You know, you have Jackie Anna, who's a millionaire. They don't want to be in the same circle as Jackie Anna because they're like, no, like, no, like, I am, you know who I am, like, I am not about to get the same paychecks as the beauty guru. Like, no, that's not what's about to happen. There, and quite as it's kept, some beauty gurus are out here making way more money than the girls in Hollywood. So I think it's weird to me to be so focused on numbers and the titles when you're already rich. Number two, it's not, I don't want to say it's unfair, but it is unfair to women who are not white. And I'm even including everybody, because I haven't seen any Indian, like I don't see Mindy Kaling being a billionaire in Forbes list. Don't see J-Lo. All the businesses she has, I don't see J-Lo out here on the Forbes list being a billionaire. Like, unless you are a white woman in the entertainment business, I don't see you on the list. So it's unfair to women who are not white. It's set up to where me and you know, we can easily be a millionaire. That's what they want us to think. Oh, you guys can keep the millionaire status. Like, that's super easy to be. But what you won't be able to do is be a billionaire. They want to make sure we realize that we know our place. Your place ain't over here. It's over there. And it's only gonna, like, if everybody's a billionaire, what is there left to achieve? Like 10 years down the road, like in that article that Kim Kardashian did in New York Times, she even stated like she wants all her siblings and all her children and all her nieces and nephews. She wants everybody to be an independent billionaire. So not trust funds. She wants everybody to build a business and be a billionaire. Well, if everybody's considered a billionaire, and if everybody has all these businesses that are being sold, bought back, sold, equity here, equity there, inflated numbers there, adding weirdly there, 1 + 1 = 5 here. Like, everybody's doing that. Then in the next 10 years, what is there left to achieve? Like, what will society look like? What would Hollywood look like? Like, what will it look like if we're all obsessed with that title? What will it look like? What will it look like? That's my big question. Because it's very confusing, and it's not needed. If you're wealthy, you're wealthy. If you're rich, you're rich. You know, they want to be better than us so bad, but they're focused on the wrong things. What they need to focus on is what will happen when TV, movies aren't shown in expensive places anymore. What happens when ads are not paying the network's bills anymore? Because ads play a big part in the network. So if the network ain't getting no money, you're not getting no money. You can't do concerts, you're not getting no money. Focus on that. Okay, don't be out here trying to take our little, ideas and exploit and explode them. No, stay in your lane. Okay, why can't y'all be like Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt and just like make movies, mind your business? You know what I mean? Like, no, it's never good enough. It's never good. These 2021 celebrities, white, black, and in between, it's never good enough. They're gonna literally suck society dry if we let them. If we let them, these celebrities will suck us dry. Suck us dry. But that's all I have for the day. Thank you guys for sitting here listening to my ramblings. Hopefully it made sense in my mind. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.